On this day in history, September 22, the Treaty of Basel, which ended the Swabian War between the old Swiss Confederacy and the Swabian League, was signed on September 22, 1499, establishing Switzerland's independence from the Holy Roman Empire and further establishing its neutral reputation in European conflicts. The Salem witch trials, a tragic episode in American history, culminated on September 22, 1692, with the final witchcraft hanging in Salem. 19 people were hanged, and the hysteria subsided shortly afterward. On September 22, 1761, George III and Charlotte were crowned King and Queen of Great Britain. Their reign marked significant historical events, including the Napoleonic Wars and the loss of the American colonies. On September 22, 1776, Nathan Hale, an American spy during the Revolutionary War, was captured by British forces and hanged for espionage. His famous last words, "I only regret that I have but one life to lose for my country," became legendary in American history. On September 22, 1789, the U.S. Congress established the Office of the Postmaster General, creating a centralized postal service that played a crucial role in uniting the fledgling United States. On September 22, 1792, France took a radical step during its revolution by proclaiming the French First Republic and abolishing the monarchy. This event marked the beginning of a new republican era and introduced the revolutionary calendar in France. On September 22, 1823, Joseph Smith, the founder of the Latter-day Saint movement, claimed to have discovered the golden plates that would form the basis of the Book of Mormon. He said he was guided to the plates by the angel Moroni, a pivotal moment in Mormon history. On September 22, 1862, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln issued the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation, declaring that enslaved people in Confederate-held territories would be freed. This was a critical step toward abolishing slavery in the United States. Paraguay achieved its only major victory in the Paraguayan War at the Battle of Curupayty on September 22, 1866, where its army successfully defended a fortified position against Brazilian and Argentine forces. Despite this, the war ultimately led to Paraguay's defeat. Finland's first hydropower plant was commissioned on September 22, 1891, along the Tammerkoski Rapids in Tampere, marking the beginning of Finland's use of hydropower, which would later become a key component of the country's energy production. In a bizarre railway incident on September 22, 1892, a shunting locomotive in Finland fell into a hole that suddenly opened beneath it, burying the locomotive. The event became a peculiar footnote in railway history. Queen Victoria became the longest reigning monarch in British history on September 22, 1896, surpassing King George III. Her reign, known as the Victorian era, saw significant changes in British society, industry, and empire. The Duke of York's Picture House, a cinema in Brighton, opened its doors on September 22, 1910, and remains the oldest continually operating cinema in the UK, symbolizing Britain's long-standing love of cinema culture. On September 22, 1914, a German submarine sank 3 British cruisers in a swift 70-minute attack, killing nearly 1,500 sailors. This devastating loss emphasized the growing threat of submarine warfare in World War I. The All-Palestine government was established by the Arab League on September 22, 1948, in Gaza during the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Though it had limited power, it was largely a symbolic move in the struggle over the future of Palestine. In September 22, 1953, the 4-level interchange, the world's first stack interchange, opened in Los Angeles, revolutionizing urban freeway design and serving as a model for modern traffic management. François Duvalier was elected president of Haiti on September 22, 1957, marking the beginning of his violent and oppressive dictatorship. His reign was maintained through the use of the Tonton Macoute, a paramilitary group. On September 22, 1960, the Republic of Mali declared its independence from France following the dissolution of the Mali Federation with Senegal. This marked a crucial step in the decolonization of Africa. In September 22, 1966, Ansett ANA Flight 149 crashed in Winton, Queensland, Australia, killing 24 people. This was one of the deadliest aviation disasters in Australian history. In September 22, 1980, Iraq invaded Iran, sparking the brutal Iran-Iraq War, a conflict that would last nearly 8 years and cause tremendous loss of life and economic devastation for both countries. On September 22, 1991, the Dead Sea Scrolls were made public, offering new insights into early Judaism and biblical history after decades of limited access to these ancient Jewish texts. A tragic incident on September 22, 1993, saw an Amtrak train derail near Mobile, Alabama, after a barge struck a railroad bridge, resulting in the deaths of 47 people. It remains the deadliest train wreck in Amtrak's history. On September 22, 1993, a Transair Georgian Airlines Tu-154 was shot down by a missile over Sukhumi, Georgia, during the Abkhazian War, killing all 108 people on board. Finally, on September 22, 2013, a devastating suicide bombing at a Christian church in Peshawar, Pakistan, killed at least 75 people and injured over 100. The attack targeted the All Saints Church and was one of the deadliest incidents against Pakistan's Christian minority, sparking widespread outrage and calls for better protection of religious minorities. Thanks for diving into history with us on September 22. If you enjoyed exploring these pivotal moments, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with fellow history buffs, and subscribe for more fascinating historical content. See you next time for another journey through the past.